In the late 2010s, one name echoed across the internet. XXXTentacion. A young artist whose music broke boundaries, whose emotions ran deep, and whose life story was both inspiring and heartbreaking. From the pain of a broken childhood to worldwide fame, from controversy to change. This is the story of Jahseh Dwayne Ricardo Onfroy, known to the world as XXXTentacion. He was more than a rapper. He was a voice for a generation lost in depression, pain, and confusion. But behind the fame was a boy fighting his own demons. Jahseh Onfroy was born on January 23, 1998, in Plantation, Florida, and raised mainly in Lauderhill. His childhood was far from easy. His father spent much of his time in prison, and his mother, Cleopatra Bernard, struggled to provide stability. He often stayed with his grandmother, who became a strong influence in his life. But anger, loneliness, and confusion followed Jahseh everywhere. He got into fights, was expelled from multiple schools, and spent time in juvenile detention. It was during one of these moments in lockup that Jahseh began reflecting on his life, realizing his emotions were too big to hold inside. Music became his release, his therapy. At 15, Jahseh started experimenting with sounds using a cheap microphone and free music software. He was influenced by artists like Tupac Shakur, The Fray, and 3 Days Grace, blending rap, rock, and raw emotion. He began uploading songs to SoundCloud under the mysterious name XXXTentacion. The name had meaning, triple X for the unknown, and Tentacion, Spanish for temptation. To him, it represented the struggle between light and darkness. His early songs were rough, emotional, and filled with pain. But people felt it. He wasn't trying to sound perfect. He was trying to sound real. By 2015, XXXTentacion became part of the growing SoundCloud rap scene, alongside artists like Ski Mask the Slump God, Lil Pump, and Lil Peep. He and Ski Mask met while in juvenile detention, bonding over music and creating their duo, Members Only. Tracks like Vice City, Rare, and I Don't Want to Do This Anymore began gaining traction online. But his sound was different. Distorted bass, screaming vocals, emotional lyrics. It wasn't polished, but it was raw, emotional, and real. By 2016, XXXTentacion had built a cult following. Fans connected to his honesty about depression, heartbreak, and betrayal. In early 2017, everything changed. His song, Look at Me, exploded across the internet, millions of plays overnight. The track was chaotic, angry, and full of energy. It represented rebellion, youth, and pain all at once. Soon, XXXTentacion became a viral sensation. His image, blue hair, tattoos, and emotion became a symbol of raw individuality. But fame came while he was still behind bars. The world was watching, waiting for his release. And when he finally got out, he was ready to take over. As his fame grew, so did the controversies. XXXTentacion faced multiple legal issues, including serious allegations that painted a dark picture of his personal life. The media focused more on his troubles than his music. He often admitted that he had done wrong, but he wanted to change. In interviews, he talked about growing as a person, learning love, and letting go of anger. Still, the world was divided. Some saw him as a villain, others as a lost soul searching for peace. Through it all, he kept making music, and his songs became deeper, touching on mental health, loneliness, and self-reflection. By 2018, XXXTentacion was evolving. He spoke often about positivity, love, and growth. In Instagram Lives, he urged fans to spread love and be kind to one another. His second album, XXXTentacion, was a masterpiece, blending hip-hop, pop, and emotional storytelling. Songs like XXXTentacion, Moonlight, and Changes showed a more mature side of him. The world saw his transformation, from chaos to calm, from hate to hope. He was planning new projects, helping charities, and talking about creating a foundation for troubled youth. For the first time, Jahseh seemed truly happy. On June 18, 2018, XXXTentacion went to a motorcycle dealership in Deerfield Beach, Florida. As he was leaving, two armed men approached his car. Moments later, shots were fired. XXXTentacion was pronounced dead at the scene. He was only 20 years old. The world stopped. Fans gathered outside his home. Social media flooded with tributes. A young man who had finally found peace was gone too soon. After his death, XXXTentacion's music lived on stronger than ever. His posthumous albums, Skins and Bad Vibes Forever, reminded fans of his growth and message. He left behind a generation that learned to express pain through art. He inspired countless artists and gave a voice to millions struggling with depression and loneliness. In the end, XXXTentacion's story isn't about fame, it's about transformation. A boy who fought his demons, shared his pain, and taught others to heal. XXXTentacion's life was short, but his message will echo forever. The saddest people always try their hardest to make people happy. Rest in peace, Jahseh Dwayne Ricardo Onfroy. If this story touched you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and keep his message alive. Love, positivity, and peace.